welcome again to the show. This is Celebrity Update with Director Leo, presented to us by Bright Talent Production TV. Behind the camera, we have Bright Talent Production crew, making sure that we have beautiful images and good sound. In today's program, we have Mr. Atom Tas. In fact, we are right in his studio, his recording studio, to talk with him, to know more about his life in the music industry. And he's here to tell us his journey in the music industry. Please don't go anywhere. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more beautiful content, and don't forget to like and share this video, and please drop your comments and follow us right up to the end, because I believe that what he's going to share with us today is going to help somebody and is going to inspire somebody. Don't go anywhere. We shall be right back after this break. Alright, welcome back to the show. If you're just coming in, this is Celebrity Update with Director Leo, presented to us by Bright Talent Production TV. In today's program, we have Mr. Atom Tas, who is here to share to us his life in the music industry. So please, if you're here, don't go anywhere, follow us right up to the end, because I believe that you're going to learn something new from Mr. Atom Tas. Now, back to you, Mr. Tas.
Yes, sir.
First, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Director Leo.
All right. And I believe your fans, your followers, they really want to know, who is Mr. Atom Tas?
All right, very simple. I'm a singer, producer, a gospel artist. I also do general music, and my musical journey started in 1990, back then in Douala, and I'm still there till date. Played in the cabaret, started in the cabaret, and retired from the cabaret 2011 for personal reasons. And but I'm still in music, going till I die. I'm going to retire from music.
All right. He says his name, as we know it, is Tas. It's popular with the name Tas. At first, I used to know that the name Tas is because normally you are a drummer. You've been a drummer for long. You're one of the best drummers so far in Libya, so far in Cameroon. So when you hear of Tas, you know it's just one Tas that we have. So we want to know, the name Tas, is it coming from your beautiful playing skills, or is an abbreviation from something?
No, Tas is actually an abbreviation of my names. You know, the first letters of my name. My name is Tato Atom Salomon. So I used the first letters of each name to build the name Tas. So that's just the meaning of Tas. So it's still my name.
And coincidentally, Tas.
It plays like a drum, you know.
All right, viewers, I hope you are enjoying the show. Please don't go anywhere. Follow us right up to the end and drop your comment, because we are going to read every comment, and trust me, we are going to reply every comment. Now, let's move back to Mr. Tas. Don't forget, we are right in Tas Touch Studio. This is recording studio, so we decided to come here to talk with him. Mr. Tas.
Yes, sir.
I believe your followers, your lovers, those who are looking up to you, they want to know what inspired you to get into music.
Wow, that's a very serious one, but I'll be very honest with you. My father and my mother, my parents, they are late, died long ago, but they were my source of inspiration. Why? Because my father always bought, in those days, this what we call radio and cassettes. And he always played these old-timers. We had old-timers from Cameroon, Makossa, Bikutsi, and the melodies were wonderful, you know, and some mixed Nigerian old-timers too, because they were a little close to what we do here in Cameroon. Like those who sang, I am sorry, comfort, I am sorry, those kind of songs. So they were Prince Nico Barga, you know. So those melodies were really, really touching, and some South African music like the Black Mambas or something like that, yeah. So those groups, all those stuffs inspired me with the melodies. As my father was playing, every time my house was filled with music, so my head was always music, and I was always enjoying that atmosphere. I decided to incline myself into music and became part of it, and that's why you see me doing music today. Thanks to my parents for loving music and for making the house like a recording studio.
And today we are here in your personal recording studio. All right, please don't go anywhere. I hope you are following us. This is Mr. Atom Taz. We are right here in Taz Touch Studio to talk with Mr. Atom Taz so he can tell us more about his journey in the music industry. And please don't forget, always drop your comment, because trust me, we are going to read and reply every comment. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there with us. We shall be right back to ask Mr. Atom Taz, why did he decide to abandon secular music and embrace just gospel music? We shall be right back after this break. Alright, welcome back to the show. This is Celebrity Update with Director Leo, presented to us by Bright Talent Production TV. We are here today with Mr. Atom Taz in his recording studio, Taz Touch Studio, to talk with him, to know more about his life in the music industry. Now, Mr. Taz, we want to know, your followers and viewers want to know, you have been in the secular music industry, and now you are in the gospel music industry. So we want to know, why did you decide to switch?
All right. To make this very clear, I was in the secular music industry or circle as an instrumentalist, not as a singer. Let that one be made clear. I never sang any song in the secular like an artist.
Okay.
I was just an instrumentalist in the secular domain. But personally, I decided to stop. Why? The lifestyle I was living back then, due to the fact that I was playing the cabaret and I was not living responsibly. It's not like doing secular music is bad, but the practice that we were practicing while there was not conducive for me and people that were looking up to me. So I had to quit, because there you practice to drink, to stupor, you practice to smoke, you practice to have uncountable sex with different ladies, you know, and it's just normal, you know. And I decided to quit that. Then there are a lot of comparisons, competitions, and that will lead to, we're in Africa, witchcraft, you know. I lost a lot of friends back then who were poisoned, or something funny happened to them and they had to quit. So I decided to quit out of that and embrace the gospel music domain. Why did I embrace the gospel music? Because, one, I've gone through a lot of surgeries in my life. I've had 4 surgeries. I was supposed to do number 5 in 2021, which never happened. God intervened. And God miraculously saved me from all those impediments. And after all that, I decided that let my music be just for Him and for Him alone. So it's not like I don't do love songs, I don't write songs on education, I don't write songs on societal development. No, I do all that. But the appellation gospel doesn't mean I just sing just about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. No, I write songs on education. I write songs even about the crisis that is going on. I write songs about love that people will pay me to write songs on love for their marriages and things like that. I write songs on different various topics that are positive and that can impact the society positively.
All right, I hope we are learning something new. Why he switched from secular music to gospel music, because people have been asking a lot of questions. Because before coming here, we did some research, and they have been asking. So these questions we're asking, you know that those behind the cameras are asking. So we are just here to clarify the doubts that they have already. So please don't go anywhere. This is Mr. Atom Taz. We are right in Taz Touch Studio to know more about his journey in the music industry and to know more about those difficult things he has been facing, those challenges moments he has been facing in the industry. We'll be right back to know more about those challenges. But please, if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you have never subscribed. And please drop your comments in relation to what we are discussing here, because we are going to reply every comment. Don't go anywhere. Sit and enjoy the show. We shall be right back after this break. today's program, we have Mr. Atom Tas, who is here to tell us his journey in the music industry and to tell us how he has been coping in the industry. So, Mr. Atom Tas,
Yes, sir.
now that you switch from the secular music to the gospel music. Now, before we move into the advantages in the gospel music, although you have given some, but we want you to elaborate more those advantages, that the thing that you have it in the gospel music industry, which you never had in the secular music industry.
Wow. This is a very tricky question, and it's very complicated and complex. If you answer it anyhow, you're going to cause a lot of conflict in terms of the two music sphere. Number one, there's no difference musically in terms of the secular and the gospel music. Music is music. The difference that might come in is in terms of the spirit that backs the music. But the game itself called music is one. So the same challenges you face in the secular is the same challenge you face in gospel. That's the first thing that we need to reiterate. The power that backs you in the secular is the same power that will back you, in gospel music. That's to say, if you are anointed and you are operating through the Holy Spirit, you have that backing. Same as in the secular. If you have those who get into divination, those are things that are
the grammar is too big. Break it down. What do you mean by divination?
Those who practice those witchcraft stuff, who involve themselves in sect. You see them getting to the limelight, even though they are not too good musically. That there are spiritual powers that back them up. That's the first thing I want to clear out. First, there's no difference in music in sense as the game, but the powers that control the two different genres of two different spheres of music support their candidates or those who are doing that particular music to be where they are. Now, what are the challenges that I face in, you said the advantages that I get in gospel music that I did not get in the secular music? It's all about character. It's all about character. That's all I'll say. That's the only advantage that I got. In the sense that my character portrayed in the music, because you have to live what you sing.
That's true.
You understand? So the gospel music is true. If you're saying something, you have to live it. If not, it's not gospel music. You might just be calling Jesus, but it's still secular music. Do you understand? So
you might just be calling Jesus, but it's still secular music.
Yes, it's still secular music. Okay. But now the character that propels you to live what you say. Just like you had people who were doing secular music too, and the music was true to them. I'll give you an example, Lucky Dube, Bob Marley. What they said was what they practiced. And you could see it in their character. They portrayed what they sang. But the difference now is that those who sing now, even the secular, they'll be singing love, but you see them with 1,000 women that are portraying love to a particular lady. You understand? So they are not true to that. So same as the gospel, there's that challenge, that difference there. So, but my advantage has been the character. My practice of secular, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking generally. About me, when I was in the secular, everything we did was not referring to how we lived, what we were singing or playing. But in gospel, you have to. You don't do it, you are being questioned.
You have to represent what you're singing.
If you don't do it, someone will ask you a question. You don't do it, you want to sleep, your conscience will disturb you.
All right. Is it that you are living what you are singing based to the fact that somebody must will ask you, or you are living what you are singing because you want to live what you are singing?
It's not a question of you want to. Even if you want to, there are forces that are fighting you not to do what you want to do. So what happens? First, we have to be very honest here. The first thing is that there's a supreme being that you are answerable to. So there's that first thing that we call discipline in the gospel music, because you are under authority. So that supreme being gives you now that fear in your mind. You're conscious That consciousness, it means you are intentional with what you're saying, what you're singing. So that consciousness comes that you're under someone, which is Jesus or God, let me put it in that sense. Number two, once you are becoming addicted to it, now you start doing it now like a normal stuff. There are struggles that always come because sometimes there's that fleshy desire. There's that desire whereby you want to do some things that are enjoying themselves in your body without following the principles of the gospel milieu. You have no choice. You want to practice them. But when you want to go under leadership, what will you do? You have to submit yourself. So those are the challenges. Those are the challenges that comes with that. But at the end of the day, you know that, hey, I'm under someone. So it's character that is the advantage I've gotten from gospel. That's not secular, just character.
Watching, just stay right there with us. Don't go anywhere. Trust me, a lot has to be discussed today.
Let me just add something on this same point, because someone might ask now that there are people who are doing secular music and they don't practice.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked that question just to clear your doubt. Yes, there are people who are doing secular music who don't practice, who don't get into sects. You know, they don't practice witchcraft and all that. It's true, but they will never get to the top. It is practically impossible. Just like in the gospel milieu, there are people who are doing gospel music who are not Christians. And they will be shallow singers, no impact, no power, but they have good voices and things. Because to do both, there must be forces that carry you, because music is spirit.
All right, which means that to grow in the music industry, you must have a spiritual backing, either from God or from the devil.
Or from the devil, because music is spirit. There's no way you can do music without spirit.
Music is spirit. Don't go anywhere, stay right there with us. We are with Mr. Atom Tas, right here in Tas Touch Studio. He's here to tell us more about his journey in the music industry and how he has been coping in the music industry. If you are new here, please don't forget to drop us your comment in relation to what we are discussing here, because we are going to read every comment, and trust me, we are going to reply every comment. Like this video, also share this video, because what we are discussing here is going to help somebody somewhere. And don't forget, if you are new here, subscribe to our channel. We shall be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere. If you are just coming in, this is Celebrity Update with Director Leo, and this is presented to us by Bright Talent Production TV. And in today's program, we have Mr. Atom Tas. We are right in Tas Touch Studio to talk with Mr. Atom Tas. Now back to Mr. Tas.
Yes, sir.
You talked about character, which is an advantage, you know, as you join the gospel music industry. Now, I want to know, your followers want to know, those who love your decisions want to know those challenges you have been facing as Mr. Atom Tas in the gospel music industry, and those challenges you have been facing as in as much as this recording studio is concerned.
Okay, this is a very interesting point. First, you have to know, in the gospel milieu, it's like mistakes are never welcomed when you're doing gospel music. And we are human beings. We are not void of weaknesses. And so, whenever I exhibit a weakness, it is an element of dismissal per se. The moment a weakness is being portrayed, the gospel people, not God, but some of his people, or those in quote call themselves his people, condemns you to the point that you can give up. Yes, that's the most trivial challenge we face in gospel music. Once a witness is brought to the limelight, you are condemned. It takes your personal conviction and relationship with God for you to stay strong and take your ears off those condemnations, knowing fully well that it's better for God to sentence you than to have the applause of his people. It's better God should sentence you. Understand the statement. It's better I go to Kondengi by God than to stay in the presidency by God's people. That's what I'm trying to say. So in essence, gospel music, if you want to follow what people will say,
you give up.
You give up. But what is God saying? That's what will keep you going. And that's what has been my strength. Because before, those discouragements, those challenges were always affecting me. That's on one side. The second aspect is that people also applaud you to your grave. The moment you are doing gospel music and you are just good, they appreciate you to the point that they push you to pride. And music, the truth is that music does not go with pride, be it secular or gospel. There's what I term musical humility. You can never do music to the top level when you don't practice humility. It doesn't go. So, this is another challenge. People will always make you to forget that foundation of music, which is humility, for you to start having pride to the point that people cannot talk to you, people cannot assess you, because they make you to see yourself like a demigod because of appraisals. So these are the challenges we face in the gospel music, that are faced now in gospel music. But God is helping me to fight them. I'm not saying people should not criticize me. No. I'm not saying people should not appreciate me. No. But I'm saying I know how to welcome all these challenges, appreciations, and criticism. I know how to take them. I don't allow criticism or critics to kill me. And I don't allow appreciations to uplift me to where I'm not supposed to be. I take the critics and I find the positive side and I see how to work on them and become better. Appreciations, I see what will push me to my death and I avoid it. But my strength is looking towards the author and the finisher of my faith. That's it. So that's the challenge I face in gospel music. And number two, the other side of gospel music that we face challenges here, especially in Cameroon, is that our gospel music has not grown like that of Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. I don't want to talk about European countries and America now. I'm just trying to look at Africa. We are still facing challenges because Cameroonians in general have not, in all sense, accepted gospel to that level where it is being monetized and marketed in its grandeur. So we are finding it difficult to have something that is sustainable. You can hardly find a gospel musician who is well-to-do in the real sense in Cameroon.
So you must have a side hustle.
You must have it. You can hardly depend on gospel music itself to survive in Cameroon. For now, it's not like people can't, but the challenge is that the industry itself has not been established. This is where even the government also has to be involved. The churches have to be organized. The musicians and the artists themselves have to be organized in working in synergy to see how to do distribution, online marketing, and a lot of things. This is another topic for another day because we're not discussing that now. But these are some of the vital challenges that makes it that most gospel artists look like beggars. So in all those challenges now, they don't live now in honesty. Okay. Because they want to always meet up their demands. They want to live the life of the artists they see in Nigeria, in South Africa. So they want to be those big boys and those big girls, but they can't meet up. That's why I say an artist will have 6 million, for instance, for something he has done, and he wants to buy a car because he wants people to see that, hey, this gospel artist is driving a car. He's trying to live that repute, whereas what he has in his account is not enough to live that life. But that pressure provokes that. It's a challenge. In my studio, I have numerous challenges. First of all, my environment is noisy. I'm still operating in a family house, and I thank God because we need to start from somewhere.
No.
I always tell my clients who come, the studio is not all about the equipment. It's not only about the equipment. The equipments are important, but equipment without the technical know-how makes no sense. So first is your technical know-how, which I bless God for that. But I need to step up the equipment I have, the equipment that I need. You know, what I have is not enough. I need to get a digital mixer. I need to get maybe an 8-inch sound card to take live drums, because sometimes when I want to put live drums, I have to go in Boya or Douala to do that because I'm a drummer. You know, I have to always go to mix out of my environment because I can't mix here. I have to go and pay another studio to do mixing and mastering, which makes me not to have enough like I'm supposed to have. You know, maybe I take a client. I don't want to give my price because it's personal. You know, I take a client, let's say 10,000 for instance, and instead of making the 10,000 to myself, I have to spend another 3,000-4,000 to go and pay another studio to take a session to do mixing there now. You see, so at the end of the day, instead of making 10,000, I'm making 6,000. So if you want to calculate my years that I've been doing music, you realize that I've been losing a lot of money because I don't have enough equipment, which is something that I am yearning to have, and I'm working towards that, and also expecting that if it comes, there are people who can always bless, there are people who can always support, which is welcome, because I also, in my own little way, I always want to support those who are also in need of what I can offer. You understand? So I am always open and welcoming to new ideas for those who think that there are better ways that we can work in partnership, in synergy, and in support. I am always open for that.
Wow. All right, viewers, this is Mr. Atom Tas. We're right in Tas Touch Studio. I believe that you are following us, and I believe that the camera is still rolling. And please don't forget, follow us right up to the end. We are almost running up this session. Leave us your comments because we're going to read and reply every comment. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and also subscribe if you are new to this channel. Don't go anywhere. We shall be right back after this break. Right for a musician or a player to ask for payment or support from his or her pastor?
Okay, this is very, very sensitive, but I'll be very, very honest with my answer. Yes, music is a profession, and you are doing that as a professional. So every professional needs to be paid. Every professional. You're a professional when it comes to videography. If they need to get your services, you need to be paid. That is true. Now, I want us to take ourselves now back to the music field. We are doing gospel music, right? If I am thanking God, should I be paid?
I don't think so.
I'll give an illustration. My father buys me a shoe and a dress and give me as a gift. And the reason why he gave me that is to wear and to dress up, so that he sees it and appreciates me, right? And I want to wear that dress and I want to wear that shoe. I tell my father that before I wear it and I wear that stuff to please him and to show gratitude, he has to pay me.
I don't think that's possible. But I don't think the example you are giving ties.
I'm coming. Now, who gives you the gift of music?
It's God.
Who are you playing praise and worship for?
To God.
So why will you be paid to play for God? That's a challenge. Now, I'll balance it up. Now, if you are going to church to play music, if you are going to church to play, to sing, worship God, you will never monetize it. Never. If that's the reason you are going to play. But if you are going for a business music program, even if it's in church, you'll be paid for. So you have to draw the line. Which one is to go and do praise and worship? Which one is demanding a profession?
All right, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Because I think those who are watching, they are a little bit, because you are too intelligent.
Yes.
So you speak with a lot of wisdom. Even I'm sitting here, as I'm talking, I'm taking time to digest it very fast, so I don't get mixed up.
Yeah.
Now, let us put it this way.
Yeah.
Now, let's say, I'll ask the question in another way, so we can get a better clarification.
Yeah.
Now, let's say I have my church.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
And
you invite me.
And I invite you
Yes.
to come and play.
Yes.
It is not your church.
Yes.
You understand?
I
And you
agree.
ask me to pay you
Yes.
before coming.
Yeah.
Is it right or wrong?
That I have understood your question. And I'm going to change the
Mr. Tans.
Yes, sir.
Now, is it right or wrong?
Yeah, it's not a question.
It's right and it's wrong.
It is right and it is wrong.
Okay.
It is right if you're going to worship. If it is wrong, sorry, if you're going to worship. It is right if it is a business music program. I'll explain now. I was in a concert yesterday in Boya, organized by the Champions Gospel Band, right? It was a worship night. Though they held the program in Chariot Hotel, they invited me. Are you understanding? Yes. I went there as a music minister to worship with them. I will not ask them to pay me money to do that, because I knew the purpose of that program was to worship God. So I'm not supposed to be paid. Now, there's a difference between payment and honorarium. Honorarium coming from the word honor. It is clear in the Bible, because we are not talking out of context. Every time you bring those in the field when they come to do services, they are worthy of what is being brought in the house. They have to eat from the house. So once you invite them, it is very important for you to honor them. But it's wrong for them to determine what type of honor you would give them. So you must give them money. I don't want to use the word money. You must honor them. But you understand the sense of honoring. But there's no price tag on the honor. Are you understanding that? So if you invite me, the fact that you have invited me, you know that there's something you're going to give me. As honoring me. Like the champion also, but after I finished, they called me today and said, okay, sir, you left yesterday without taking your envelope. Do I know what is in the envelope? No. But they said I left without taking my envelope. They already know that they have to honor me. So they will come and give me the envelope. Even if it is 200 francs that is inside, it's based on my value that they have honored me. That's what I thank God for it and I see it. But now, they send me. If they invited me for that same concert, though it's a gospel concert, and people were paying tickets, I will give them a price. How much are you paying me? Because we are doing a business music program. That's what I was trying to explain before. If that pastor calls me and is organizing a conference where I'm coming to teach people in music in his church, how much? He said, education, sir. The way we are doing it in church, I'm coming to teach wisdom. You are paying me for that. They are consulting pastors. They pay them for consultation. You understand? So that's where the money has to come in. So that's what I'm saying, that people don't know where to put the price tag. So when are you going as a music minister to worship God? And when are you going as a professional? You have to know these two. It's difficult for people to understand that, because pastors too have abused that. Because they take advantage and they use everything now to be worship. They will invite you for a conference, a seminar, worship. They don't honor you, and most of the times because they don't honor those they invite. So people now tend to be taxing them now before they come. Because they will tell you, after we'll see you after you have gone home, they will never see you. So people now start. So the fact that the pastor is wrong doesn't mean that what we are doing is right. It's wrong too. And two wrongs can make something right, you know. So we have to follow the right path. So if you are invited for a worship program, you don't ask for money. You have to be given money, but you don't determine how much will be given to you. I don't want to use the word money, I'm going too far. You have to be honored, but you don't determine how you'll be honored. But if you go the first, second time, and they don't honor you appropriately, then you can decide not to go again. For that, that's not the only place you're going to worship God. Number two, if they invite you now and you're going with a team, and you have to leave from a distant place, then you can tell the person in question that, sir, I'm coming, but please, you take care of my movement from this place to this place. I'm coming with this team. So please, we'll need about 50,000 to facilitate our movement to and fro. That is understood. Because he is the one that is displacing you from your place of origin to where he is. So that one that you can ask for, that means of communication, not because they are paying you, because that's not payment, that's not going to even be part of your honor. But you have the right to ask for that. You understand? That is normal. For a worship program, it's still correct. But for that worship program, don't tell that man, you give us 50,000 for transport, then you give us 2 million for our team to come in a worship program. It's wrong. But if it's a conference, it is a business stuff, like I said, you are, if you want to ask him 100 million, you are correct.
Okay, this is very, very interesting. And I believe that you are watching very well. Don't forget, always drop a comment, because I know right now, down there in the comment section, I know a lot of questions.
Awesome, yeah.
So please just keep dropping your comments. We are going to read every comment. We are with Mr. Atom Task. He is struggling to explain to us when and how we need to ask for payment. So don't go anywhere. We are almost getting to the end of our session. If you are just joining in, this is Celebrity Update with Director Leo. Please follow us right up to the end. Subscribe to our channel. Share this video, like this video, so other people can watch, because Mr. Atom Task is actually educating us when it comes to music. We shall be right back after this break. Now, we know you have been in the industry for a very long time now, and you have touched lives, and you have created impact in the music industry. Now, I want to find out, do you have any particular achievements that you have gotten from this period that you have been in the industry?
Oh, yes. You know, I've not had cars, I've not had houses. But, yeah, I have had some really good stuff that I appreciate God for, because every gift that comes from a good heart, I appreciate. You know, this is one. This came from Superior Worship team after a concert. That was in 2022. Yes, I did not even know they were bringing an award. They just invited me, and they said they've heard about me, and they were happy that I honored the program, and because of my longevity in music, they decided to honor me with their award and things like that, and that's how I got this. Also, I've traveled out of the country with some diplomats. Some of them came from different countries in Africa just because of music, and that was because of my commitment in the Fire Conference, because I've been the music coordinator of the Fire Conference that I was holding in Botanical Garden from 2005 till 2021. I was the music coordinator for that number of years, you know. So this was Fire Conference. So when I finished, after that, they had to take me into different places out of Cameroon. You know, we went to different countries out of Africa, and it was an honor for me. The experience, when I came back, I could buy land for myself, and I was really, really pleased with that. And also, Don Wayne, because of the music, I was honored by our senator now, Senator Koko Mukete, who's also the son of Bafo. So he single-handedly decided that I will be the music coordinator of the Don Moen concert in Limbe, because he had 3 different cities, Douala, Yaoundé, in Orange, Cameroon, already brought Buba from Guinness to be the music coordinator, and he was still supposed to come and be the music coordinator in Limbe. Then he said, Koko Mukete refused and said, no, I will be the music coordinator here in Limbe. And I was the music coordinator. That was a great honor for me in 2014. And recently, a pastor gave me a land that, because of my longevity in music, we used to sing in those days with the pastor, with Achale. You know, Achale used to be with me here. It was my junior man too, and we used to work together in those days. So after we separated in 2007 with the pastor and Achale, and the pastor saw me this year, and he said, I have stayed in this thing. He just decided to give me land, you know. So a lot of things have been coming. I will not talk about the kind of help I've gotten from people from different places. They're enormous, but there have been benefits. Even the studio you're seeing, the equipments that I have here were given to me by I call him like a father in Limbe, also Mr. Favo's studio. Yes, because I started working with him. So because of the way I served, the way I honored him. When I finished and I wanted to go, we were working together. Even when I opened Task Sport Studio, we were working together, and he said, you know, all equipment they go. You know, so those kind of, they just keep coming, and that's how God has been blessing, and I appreciate God for everything.
That's touching. So which means that if you're doing something, do it with all your heart. Don't think that probably I'm just wasting my time, because only God knows the future. Now, Mr. Taz, you made mention also, you know, along our discussion, some of those challenges that you have been facing in the studio, because normally you need more equipment. Now, can you elaborate? Can you be specific? What are those particular equipments you think that if you have, it is going to improve your productivity in as far as Taz Touch Studio is concerned?
Okay, first, I do purely live music. That's the genre I do live music, live drums, piano, everything live. That's what I'm doing. So it's quite challenging and expensive sometimes for artists. But with what I'm doing, I don't make as much as what I produce. Because sometimes when people listen to what I've produced, and they are surprised. When they come here, they will say, "Now this studio produced that kind of stuff." Some people say they want to see me driving a car. I said, no, you can't see me driving a car, because I spend most of the money to go and pay in places because I don't have all the equipment. Like for instance, I need a live drums here, and electronic drums in my space. I need an 8-in channel sound card, because if I want to take live drums, I'll need at least those 8-in so that I can take everything, the overheads, the kick, the snare, and all that, just to name a few. I need also a digital mixer to control, I call it a control room and things like that. No, I need that. I need also a wide screen to do a double screen shade stuff. And yeah, my microphone is good, but I can still do something better, you know, if you have a good microphone. I think those are, for now, those are the most important things that I need in my space. So if I can have that, the truth is, the production will be much more better, because I will not be spending again to go out of here, that time constraint. I'll have all the time to relax and work without pressure, because once you pay a session, you'll be working under pressure to meet up with time. You know, but here I have all the time to sit, think, I can do, cancel and redo and things like that. No, so that's it. And if it comes in, I'm fine. And you get the best from Taz Touch Studio.
You get the best. I believe that you're watching, and I believe that, trust me, you have been learning as well. And please, just keep watching. We are running up. And if you think that you can help or you can assist with any of this equipment, you know, or even if you can't buy it, but if you have the cash, you think that you can give it to him and he gets the equipment, that would be beautiful, so we can produce more beautiful music. Now, Mr. Taz, now I know they are watching us right now, and I believe there is somebody there that actually wants to get in contact with you, either to support your studio or or to get into music production with you,
Yeah.
or to partner with you. Now, if they want to get to you, any contact information, how can they get to you?
It's simple. You check me on Facebook, Atom Salomon on Facebook. Atom Salomon. Once you go there, you click, you can write to me on Messenger and we discuss.
All right, Atom. Can you spell the Atom and the Salomon?
A-T-O-N-G. That's for Atom. Then Salomon, just like Solomon, it's just that you add A in the place of O. S-A-L-O-M-O-N. Atom Salomon.
All right, viewers, that is Mr. Atom Salomon on Facebook. If you want to get to him, you are free to drop him a message on Facebook, and don't forget to link this show to your message so we know exactly how you happen to get to Mr. Atom Salomon. And please, we are going to be grateful if you can support Mr. Atom Salomon in his journey in the music industry. I believe from our discussion, you have come to realize that he has been in the industry for long and he has a lot within him to share out there. So please come in and support him with equipment, with finances, and also if you want to be partner with Taz Touch Studio, you are welcome. Just contact him on his Facebook page. We are drawing right to the end of the show, but before we go, one more thing from Mr. Taz. Now, I believe that your viewers are happy to see you here today, and they want you to just tell them something nice. What is that advice you give to those young artists who have been looking up to you as their role model?
All right, the best advice I will give you is that please never bite the finger that feeds you. What am I trying to say? In essence, if someone has helped you musically in your musical journey, please, till you die, you owe them loyalty, even if they are bad in character. You owe them loyalty. That's where God is going to use to bless you, because how humble and loyal you are will determine how far you will go. Never allow where you've arrived at now make you despise those who were once the catapult of your next level. Never forget. That's my best advice I'll give everyone, because I realize that that's one of the things that is killing a lot of our youths, and even the older generation are beginning to inculcate that habit. Now, never forget. Just like you heard me talking about Mr. Favreau, till tomorrow, I'll still mention him anywhere. I will not be ashamed. I'm saying it with all joy. Everyone that I've passed through, I always honor them. I have Minister Philip, who is in Douala, Philip Samson. He helped me a great deal from 2002 as a senior man, helping me to sing well. No, I'll never forget them. There's Gabriel, who used to help me on the drums. He's no more in Limbe. I will never forget all those who have, even if I become better than them in what we are doing, I will still see them as my mentors and my teachers forever. That's my advice.
I think it's a beautiful advice.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Taz.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for honoring our invitation.
It's an honor.
All right, viewers, this is Taz Touch Studio, and we have come to the end of today's edition Celebrity Update with Director Leo. Please, if you are just coming in, you've missed a lot, but you still have the opportunity to watch the video. Don't forget to drop us your comments. Don't forget to also drop us your likes, share, and also subscribe to this video if you're just new here. Please share this video, because what we have discussed here, trust me, is going to help somebody somewhere. Until we meet again, stay well and God bless you.